Ladies and gentlemen, the time is now! The main event of the evening is the Cage of Horror! There will be weapons inside the steel cage! The only is by pinfall or submission or climbing the cage and both feet must touch the floor. There are no disqualifications. Anything goes!
Not waiting for...
Iceberg not waiting on anything here as he takes it right to Dusty McWilliams.
Well, these two have had quite a few encounters, including the dog collar match last month, which ended up being a rope instead of a chain. It was a bull rope.
Yeah, these two are both dangerous individuals who will stop at nothing to hurt the other man. And strangely enough, Iceberg, a feared man throughout Georgia, but now also a fan favorite. Who would ever think that the fans would be cheering for Iceberg and Jeff G. Bailey?
I'm very surprised, especially, if you've ever heard an interview with Jeff G. Bailey, is just nothing but contempt. He's just like he's venomous almost, not very endearing, I guess.
Not at all. And sort of telling us to Iceberg's strategy here is he was right by that door, but instead of even trying to get out the door, he went for a weapon. He's hitting Dusty with that tray. Dusty not going down. Iceberg with a big swing there, taking Dusty down. It was announced earlier that Dusty McWilliams and Simon Sermon had vacated the Peachstate Tag Team Championships, and that a tag team tournament will be held on January 16th.
Yeah, the next event here at the VFW Fairgrounds in Carrollton, Georgia, as we see Dusty McWilliams working over the big man.
Going for, looks like some rope there. As you mentioned, these men are familiar with that rope, having that match, that brutal match that they had. And now Dusty trying to choke down the big man Iceberg. Now he's got that noose.
Oh, wow.
He's going to try to hang him from the top there.
Oh, wow, looks like he's trying to...
But Dusty also putting himself in a vulnerable position here, and Dusty could go out the cage here, but Iceberg not going to let him. He's got that boot, and now Iceberg pulls him off the cage.
Oh, wow. What a spill.
I don't think any person in the building or watching this is jealous of Dusty McWilliams. Nobody says, I wish I was Dusty McWilliams.
Well, I mean, certainly not when he's in there with Iceberg. I don't know about, Friday night at the tavern, but I guess that's another story.
I think a lot of times people, the fans especially, are watching matches and they think, man, it would be fun to be a professional wrestler. And then they see matches like this, and I don't think anybody thinks that.
A lot of punishment, and yeah, you've got to have a lot of respect for these guys.
And now a shopping cart.
Oh.
Shopping cart with that metal frame on it there, and as mobile as it is, he pushed it, built up some speed, and now he's going to pick it up and use it as a weapon. Lays it on the back of Iceberg. Those shopping carts are heavy. As a former employee of a grocery store, I saw many a shopping cart do quite a bit of damage to some vehicles. Oh, wow, a big pane of plexiglass or glass there from Dusty to the back of Iceberg, and now maybe to the head. Oh, wow.
My goodness.
I don't think it phased him a bit. He didn't move a muscle.
Well, they used to refer to Iceberg as the being of inconceivable horror.
Also, the no pain train.
No pain
oh,
train.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, there was some pain there, maybe.
He knocked him.
Even if it didn't hurt him, Iceberg is still human, and his body said, we're going down.
There's a pinfall.
Yep. have to worry about the hands of the referee there on that glass.
He needed some gloves for that.
They need to take some advice from the Carnage Cup referees here.
Well, Jeff G. Bailey offering encouragement. And one thing about, you'd have to give Dusty McWilliams his due, he has not been intimidated in the slightest ever by the reputation or presence of Iceberg. I've never seen him back down, not one step.
That's a great point. I would agree with that. Dusty has something to prove here, and he's going to try to prove that by defeating the big man Iceberg.
Is that the... Back to the buggy? Yeah, okay, he's wheeling around the...
Right into the head of Iceberg. It takes a sick individual to hit somebody else with a shopping cart. Some kind of tube there.
Not sure. I think he's using it to taunt those in attendance here.
A pipe.
Oh, wow. Terry Hudgins, ever so often, he's just got to get the heck on out of the way, you know, and not.
And Terry Hudgins has had quite the workout tonight.
Oh, he certainly has. We just had Mason and Terry Hudgins.
Now we have, looks like a bat with something on it. Is it tacks or something? Oh, wow. Iceberg with a running sort of spear-like takedown there on Dusty. I guess he sensed that whatever Dusty had, he needed to get it from him.
It's time for Dusty to get a little...
Now, Iceberg going to take some batting practice here, perhaps.
He's winding up.
I bet Iceberg can hit a softball a long way. Oh, wow.
Oh, right to the side of the head.
And Dusty, he went down, but he's not out. And Iceberg's asking the people if they want some more of that. Oh, another blow to the head there. Another one. And Dusty goes down.
I kept waiting for someone to scream, you know, foul ball or something, but
I think he hit a home run.
Home run. Well, Dusty McWilliams still moving, but not very.
Jeff G. Bailey just took off toward the back there.
What? I don't think that can be anything good for Dusty McWilliams anyway.
Iceberg using that bat to the face of Dusty McWilliams. Maybe knocking out some teeth there. And Iceberg with that all too familiar crimson mask.
Oh, wow. From the lower back.
If he didn't have back problems before, then he could now.
I'd say he's going to wake up with some.
Yeah, these guys are both going to wake up and know they were in an absolute battle. And Iceberg's got that chair to the head.
He traded that bat for the chair. Oh.
Now Jeff G. Bailey passing something. Is that a fork?
What's he got? Yes, I believe that's a fork, or perhaps some other.
Anybody who knows a little history on Iceberg, one of his mentors, actually Abdullah the Butcher. Iceberg carving the head of Dusty there.
Iceberg actually wrestled Abdullah the Butcher in Puerto Rico years ago.
They are both scary individuals.
Oh, he's still using that object it's an international object, at least.
A little personal tidbit, in my brief career as a referee, I actually refereed a match between Iceberg and Abdullah the Butcher. I was terrified.
I'd be terrified.
And that was my last match as a referee, actually. Iceberg delivering a big blow to the head of Dusty, and now going right back to him. Is he going for the eye?
Oh, man. You hear Dusty McWilliams screaming in agony.
Referee Terry Hudgins making sure that Dusty is okay, and that's a relative term here. I'm not sure what okay means after you're in a battle with Iceberg. Maybe just living, but Dusty fighting back.
He's still breathing.
Showing the tenacity here. Dusty with a big elbow. A Dusty elbow, perhaps.
Oh, wow. Oh, McWilliams with that steel folding chair.
And takes down Iceberg, just runs it into him. The momentum and the impact, the steel chair there took Iceberg down, and it's just amazing that someone can get up and continue after Iceberg has done all he has done, but Dusty's dished out his share of punishment too.
Oh, very much. He tried to lynch Iceberg earlier.
Now an unusual scene here as Terry Hudgins just has to sit back and sort of watch and monitor here. I mean, I guess he's in there just to make sure that the guy doesn't die, basically. I mean, there are no real rules to this, so I mean,
he's just there for that. I guess maybe to count a 3 count, or perhaps administer CPR if necessary. I don't know. I know we've got Dusty McWilliams over there. Looks like he's untying the turnbuckle.
Yeah, he's trying to expose that steel buckle. And Dusty takes him down with a drop kick there, and he goes back to the buckle.
And there's all the particles of whatever that was all over the ring apron.
Yeah, if you get a piece of that in your back or in your hand, I mean, that's going to slow you down. That's going to cause a lot of pain. Iceberg may have some in his head, and now that steel buckle is exposed.
He's moved the cover to the side.
And Iceberg into the exposed buckle there, his head already bleeding, and Dusty McWilliams' head is also bleeding, and now Dusty is neither man going for the door. Dusty going for that bat. He's going to give it right back to Iceberg.
Yeah, I don't really think victory necessarily is on anybody's mind so much in this match.
And Dusty sends that to the outside and comes in firing with some rights. Somebody threw it back, and Jeff G. Bailey throwing it back in. That's what happens when you have the support of the crowd. But that sort of backfired. Dusty McWilliams in control using that bat, and as I mentioned, I think they may be so sick that they have thumbtacks on that bat. I believe it's duct tape on there, and I think they put thumbtacks on that bat. And this may be more thumbtacks here. Oh.
Got that bag,
Emptying it out there.
more thumbtacks. You're right. You got a handful of them, and
Dusty's back may be a little more exposed and maybe a little more vulnerable than the back of Iceberg, but you know, if Iceberg gets those in his head or in his arms or hands, I mean, and you're still going to feel the thumbtacks through even the shirt covering there or the pants. I mean, I know just from being around some rings and there being thumbtacks there that, you know, I'll get home and realize that I have thumbtacks in my shoes. I can't imagine having thumbtacks in your arms or in your neck or head. And now, is he going to try to slam him? He slams him on those thumbtacks.
Oh, wow.
The strength of Dusty McWilliams and a cover. And he got his shoulder up. Terry Hudgins says he got his shoulder up. Dusty can't believe it. I can't believe it.
2 count there. Had to be terribly painful. Dusty McWilliams
going for maybe a moonsault or maybe to escape. As you mentioned, it seems like these guys just want to punish each other. Is he going all the way to the top? He's looking at the ceiling. And, you know, Dusty with the moonsault. And Iceberg moves, and Dusty went into those thumbtacks.
Oh, wow.
It was absolutely vital for Iceberg to get out of the way there, and now Iceberg's got the chair. He's going to tee off to the head of Dusty. And Iceberg, he's not done with him. He's going to splash him off the top, perhaps. Iceberg's finished a lot of guys off in a lot of different ways, but coming off that top with a big splash of his, what would you say, 400-pound mass coming down on top of you, it's no joke.
He got to place that chair on top of Dusty Mack, and
Iceberg going up to the top rope. This is not a second rope splash. And Iceberg coming off on top of Dusty McWilliams. That's got to be it. Yeah, no man is getting up from that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here with Peachstate Wrestling. I'm Scott Hensley.
I'm David Pierce.
And we appreciate you watching.